Hi, Scott from Digital Fish with my trip report, Friday, 5th of June. Sunny skies greeted me as I launched from Takapuna Ramp and headed for the northern side of Rangitoto and Motutapu Islands. A brief stop and drift along the shoreline with a chunk of skipjack earned me a small kahawai on the second cast. He was carefully released and I headed towards the far northern point of Motutapu Island. Getting in close amongst the reefy terrain, I anchored it up and got my straight-line gear ready. My first outfit was a 3 kg setup with 9 kg leader and a 5 bar row hook. A burley bomb defrosted overnight didn't take very long to attract lots of fish life, and a school of mau and Jack Max were hanging around the burley trail picking up pieces of fish and creating a small scale feeding frenzy that would no doubt create some disturbance and attract bigger fish from around the area. Soft juicy tuna was on the menu today and my second cast resulted in some good bites. A short tussle amongst the kelp with a panty-sized snapper was my reward. I decided Pinky was coming home with me for dinner, and sometimes you just don't know how well the fish are going to bite, but I was hoping for a good day. This is one of my favourite forms of fishing, and you never know what will be sniffing around your boat once you've been quietly fishing a spot for a few hours. The snapper were hungry and the northerly swell that had stirred up the coast had put them on the bite. I was landing snapper after snapper after snapper after, well, you get the idea. Shortly after that, I was landing kahawai after kahawai after kahawai after kahawai. This place doesn't fire every time, but you can see from the drone footage why this place can hold a population of fish. And amongst the just legal snapper were some nice 40cm fish that didn't make it back to the ocean. These fish were hooked when I cast closer to the shallow rocks I could see popping up from the bottom. A few times they dragged me through the kelp, but I was lucky enough to stay connected and get them beside the boat. The heavy showers coming through made for some dramatic scenes on the horizon, although looking back toward home I knew it was going to be a wet ride back to the ramp. Sure enough, I was punching into the teeth of an unfriendly sou'wester and trying to keep an eye out for other boats while cruising through the driving rain. Next time I just might bring my ski goggles to see if I'd get a bit more protection and retain better visibility for safety's sakes. Just as I reached the ramp, the sun appeared again and the day finished as it had started, sunny and pleasant. This is Scott from Digital Fish. Thanks for listening to my trip report, Friday, the 5th of June.